Alright folks, welcome back to the final week of me going through Phase 3 of the MCU, and today we'll be deep diving into the start of a brand new saga of the MCU, and that is Spider-Man Far From Home. This film is a sequel to Homecoming and is the 23rd MCU film. It was directed by Jon Watts and was written by Chris McKenna and Eric Summers. This film follows Peter Parker trying to have a European vacation. However, when Nick Fury shows up in his hotel room, everything changes. It seems that the world is in danger from 4 massive elemental creatures, one representing earth, one representing air, one representing water, and the last representing fire. God, this is turned into Avatar. Anyways, Spider-Man must help Nick Fury and the apparent hero Mysterio take them down. However, we end up knowing that pretty much all of that plot was kind of fake. It did happen, don't get me wrong, but Mysterio's fake, the Elemental's fake, and even Nick Fury was fake. Anyways, Peter Parker is once again played by Tom Holland. Nick Fury, well, apparently Nick Fury is played by Samuel L. Jackson. MJ, who is now Peter's love interest, is played by Zendaya. Maria Hill, who works alongside Nick Fury, is played by Kobe Smulders. Happy Hogan, who is now Peter's right-hand man, is played by Jon Favreau. Ned Leeds, Peter's best friend, is played by Jacob Batalon. Aunt May is played by Marissa Tomei. Mysterio is played by Jake Gyllenhaal, and finally Peter's teachers are played by Martin Starr and J.B. Smoove. This film was first hinted at in June 2016 when Tom Rothman stated that both Sony and Marvel Studios were committed to making future Spider-Man films after Homecoming. The month after, Feige said that additional films were being planned since they were wanting to kind of do the same thing as Harry Potter, where each film covers a different school year. However, real discussions had not begun until October, where they started to talk about which villain would appear. Then that December, after a successful trailer for Homecoming, it was finally released by Sony that a sequel was planned for July 5th, 2019. Since Sony were able to use Iron Man for Homecoming, Sony revealed in June 2017 that they could use another MCU character for its sequel. Both companies also wanted Jon Watts to return to direct for the film. The director was also still signed on to work for another film anyways. Feige said around the same time that filming was expected to begin in April or May 2018. By that July, Jon Watts went on to have negotiations to return, and Marissa Tomei expressed her interest in returning as Aunt May. Chris McKenna and Eric Summers then went into final negotiations to return to the writing at the end of August 2017. By early October, Jacob Batalon was confirmed to be returning as Ned Leeds. Feige then went on to confirm that Watts' return that December. Zendaya was then confirmed to return herself by February 2018. Location scouting then began at the end of that month. Then by late April, Feige stated that the film was scheduled to begin in July 2018, and it would primarily happen in London. This was also when it was confirmed that this would be the first Spider-Man film to be set around the world instead of New York City. The month after, Gyllenhaal entered talks to play Mysterio, while Tomei and Michael Keaton were confirmed to return. Gyllenhaal's casting was then confirmed the month after. Regarding Keaton, it seems that he got cut since Watts went on to confirm neither him or Laura Harrier would be appearing in the film. This was also around the same time McKenna and Summers were confirmed to be writing. At the end of June, Holland went on to reveal the film's title. This was done in a skit type way where Holland accidentally leaked it. However, Feige went on to say it was just all their idea all along. Principal photography went on to begin in England on July 2nd, 2018. Matthew J. Lloyd was the director of photography after working with Watts on Cop Car. Watts has gone on to say that he always wanted Lloyd to work on Homecoming, but at the time the cinematographer was working on the Power Rangers reboot at the time. That August, Samuel L. Jackson and Kobe Smulders were confirmed to be appearing in the film. Filming then took place in Prague and the Czech Republic that September. They then moved to Venice at the end of that month. They then went on to film in New York and New Jersey in October, and filming wrapped overall on October 16th, 2018. Overall, Lloyd felt comfortable working on an MCU film after he had the same role on the first season of Daredevil and on the Defenders series. He even worked on Ragnarok and Captain Marvel in their cinematography departments. The next bit of news for the film was at Sony's CCXP Brazil panel in December 2018. They revealed the elementals, and they also stated how the water elemental was inspired by Hydro Man and the fire elemental was inspired by Molten Man. They revealed Martin Starr's return as Mr. Harrington the next month. By April 2019, they moved the release date up to July 2nd, 2019. This was around the same time ENDGAME was being promoted at a fan event in Shanghai, and Feige stated Far From Home would be the last film in Phase 3, rather than being the start of Phase 4. Watts approached J.K. Simmons to return as J. Jonah Jameson very later on in the production, and stated it was so they could keep a cameo as a surprise for the fans. He did say there was still a chance the actor wouldn't return, or couldn't return, but overall, he never considered a replacement for the role. Overall, the actor contacted Sam Raimi and got his blessing to play this new version of the character. The actor went on to film this scene in a Disney conference room in front of a green screen. Post-production for the film was then completed in June 2019. The film had its premiere at the TCL Chinese Theatre in Hollywood on June 26, 2019. It was then released on June 28th in China and Japan, then in the US on July 2nd. The film was released digitally on September 17, 2019, and on disc on October 1st. Overall, both releases featured a short film titled Peter's To-Do List, which features deleted scenes of the original intro of the movie. It made $390.5 million in the US and $741.3 million everywhere else. Overall, it made $1.131 billion. It was the 4th highest grossing film of 2019 and the 24th highest grossing film of all time. It went on to pass Skyfall as Sony's highest grossing film on August 18, 2019. Critically, Rotten Tomatoes gave the film a 90% from 453 reviews, and Metacritic gave it a 69 out of 100 based on 55 reviews. The film went on to win 10 awards for its entertainment, acting and effects. Overall, to me, this is a fun film that captures the same feeling than Homecoming, but a massive difference is in some of the writing, which makes it very underwhelming. If you watch it at first, you will really love it, but after watching it over and over again, find out more and more things, you get more to think about, and you just go on and not really like it as much as you did the first time. Overall, I think I've been kind of harsh on the film, but I would give it a solid 3 out of 5. So that is pretty much the whole of the production of Far From Home, and my own personal thoughts on the film. What are your thoughts, guys? Please comment down below. And also, if you've been liking the Marvel Cinematic Universe videos, please consider liking the video and subscribing. It would mean a lot. Not the main priority, but an extra perk to edit and talk about things that I love and at times dislike. Or in a way, hate. Whatever way you want to call it. But at least with this film, it's decent. So yeah, that's all I really have to say really. Last video in Phase 3 finally. I don't know how long it will take between this video and its release for the next, the start of the Phase 4 videos, which will be the end of the MCU stuff for a while. But I'm thinking about probably giving my own, review on a different show, yada yada yada, or even a film, because it's the MCU obviously, whenever a thing releases, whenever I get to finish these videos. But yeah, I'm looking forward to working on Phase 4 videos. I've got a lot of opinions there. And also I'm looking forward to starting to work on the next kind of videos after this, because as much as I love Marvel, it is kind of getting a bore at times, repeating the same type of things. But anyways, thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you whenever Phase 4 videos start to release.